Happy holidays, everybody, and welcome to the first ever, maybe annual, Unlucky Legume Holiday Special. By holiday special, what I'm actually saying is that this video is going to be unusually short and not particularly interesting, but it sounds a lot better if we call it the Unlucky Legume Maybe Annual Holiday Special. There isn't going to be anything educational or even remotely useful in this video. I'm making this video, honestly, for the purely selfish reason that I've had a rather complicated relationship with Christmas. Most of the people that I see on a daily basis are your average garden variety Christians. Most of them either wouldn't understand my complicated history with this holiday, or I simply wouldn't feel comfortable trying to explain it to them. So I'm making this video for the simple reason that I have no one else that I can talk to about this. I'm exploiting you, treating you all as virtual therapists, and if you want to skip this video and watch something better next week, that's entirely understandable. Oh, you're still here! So, as I said, I wanted to make this video to go over what Christmas used to mean to me, what it came to mean to me after I became an adult, and what it has more recently started to mean to me. Like the spirits of Christmas past, present, and future! Hell yeah, I managed to shoehorn in a holiday-related metaphor. Yay! Anyway, when I was growing up, my family did not celebrate Christmas. A lot of the customs associated with Christmas have pagan origins, and the Bible is very clear that you should not worship God in the same ways that the other religions worship their gods. You should worship him only in the manner in which he commanded you to worship him, and you must not take anything away from that, nor add anything to it. As a child, and into my teenage years, I had friends and family that celebrated Christmas, and I actually don't recall ever feeling that I was being left out, or that I was missing anything. What I do recall feeling was a genuine sense of pride and superiority. Like, you fools, worshipping God with pagan customs, oh God must be so disappointed. As I grew older, I began to realize that I wasn't so much a privileged genius as I was a sheltered member of a cult who had no people skills and virtually no understanding of how the world works or why other people believe the way that they do, and my feelings of superiority began to erode away and to be replaced with loneliness and bitterness. I've never been good at connecting with other people. I spent all of my formative years being isolated, learning about how evil the world was, and about how one day the Antichrist is going to come and literally everyone who is not born again is going to start hunting Christians for sport. Then I came of the age where I had to start working at a job, surrounded by people I had been conditioned to fear, and they were all talking about movies I'd never seen and shows I'd never watched, and using words and phrases that I had never heard in my whole life, and I shut down. I stopped trying. I was a depressed, self-exiled freak with, so far as I could make out, no place in the world in which I had suddenly found myself. And every year, the Christmas season was the worst time of all. It seemed as if everyone had fond memories of the Christmas season. It was a very nostalgic time for them, full of excitement and the warm fuzzies. But for me, it was a more or less month-long reminder that I was different and that I didn't belong here. I was always off work on Christmas Day, which, since my family didn't observe the holiday, usually meant that I was sitting around in my little one-room apartment feeling like the one kid who didn't get an invitation to the party. I couldn't even watch the channels on TV that I would usually watch because everything on the TV or the radio at this time of year was absolute garbage. For years, the Christmas season was, to me, nothing more than a monument to my own depression. As time went on, some of the bitterness faded away, a bit at a time. I had no love for the holiday season, but I didn't hate it quite like I used to. Last year, over the course of the week before Christmas, everyone where I worked was buzzing with excitement over the gifts that they were going to give their children, over the places that they were going to travel, and the family that they were going to see, and it was a very cheerful environment to be working in. It suddenly hit me that I was happy for them. Somehow, without even trying, I had gotten past my bitterness about how different I was, and about all of the things that I had missed out on as a child. And at that precise moment, I liked who I was, and I wanted to keep on being that person, and stop dwelling on my own self-pity, and start experiencing the joy that other people felt at Christmas time, not because Christmas means anything to me, but because that's just the sort of person I would rather be. This is where I would usually try to wrap things up with some sort of a point, or at least some piece of advice. But like I said at the beginning, the only reason I had for making this video was that I wanted to talk to somebody about it, and I just wanted to tell my story. The only relevant advice I can think to leave you with is, sometimes anger, bitterness, and depression just pass away all on their own. They may seem insurmountable, it may seem like there is nothing you can do to get past them, and sometimes you can't. But just because you can't seem to help yourself doesn't mean that all hope is lost. Just keep hanging in there, keep fighting. Sometimes things do get better. Sometimes they get better all on their own. Whatever Christmas means to you, if it's an important time of fellowship, or a day to sit at home and watch a movie, or just another unremarkable page on your daily calendar, I hope you'll have a merry one. Thanks for watching.
The Christmas tree's on fire, Santa's holding the lighter. My parents are both liars, I got gifts but one subscribers. Thanks for the candy basket, oh got another jacket. My stocking's filled with acid and just happened.